Hello there guys, it's Don't Chew and Chewy here, and today we are back with part 2 of the guard post Let's Build. I did a tiny bit of work on camera, just a bit of roof work basically. Didn't take me too long, it's simple, it's just basically the roofs I do on most of my builds, and you may notice from last episode that I slightly changed it up. Last time we had kind of, logs coming up to a mushroom roof. Now, I tried to make that work. I really tried. And the big problem was, and I mentioned this last episode, the roof became too top heavy. And it basically looked way too big for the actual building itself. So, in the end, I had to settle for this. Once we had some leaves on the roof, it's gonna look super nice. Believe you me, leaves make the world go round. They really do. But let's get building. And the first big problem that I see with this build is this top bit here. It looks really silly, and we need to sort that out. So what we could potentially do is that, and then have a window. I think this could work. So yeah, we could just put logs here like this on the inside, and we could have a small window here. I think that's going to work. I mean, that could look pretty nice. And what we could potentially have is flower boxes. Potentially. We'll think about that. I'm not 100% sure yet. Yeah, I added a little flag post on top as well. But that's all I did on camera. I just did normal roofs that I've done in basically all my medieval tutorials. So if you want to know how to do them, just go and check out one of my builds and you'll see. You'll see. Just a little peek as well. Yeah, I think that's going to work out okay. I think that fixes the problem to a degree. What we could potentially do here is this. Add something like that maybe? Ooh, I'm not sure about that. We'll come back to that a bit later. Anyway, let's continue with what we were doing last episode, which was 100% fixing the whole bottom floor. So, I like this. I like the log sticking out. I think that works. This is our problem. We've got a lot of blank spots, a lot of two textures coming together, and it does not look the best. What we could potentially do is this. Swap that out maybe? Oh shit. Oops. And like that. And then boom. I'm down for that. Do a bit of different detail on all sides, I think. It's something that I really like to do. Just little bits of different detail. So here, I think we're just going to add that. I kind of like that. Very minimalistic. It's at the back here anyway. It's like at the back, so we can kind of terraform a bit of land around here to cover it up a bit. Add some bushes or a tree maybe. Yeah. The important thing to note when you're building is it's nice to have a lot of symmetrical things, like, this roof here is symmetrical, but where you can, especially in detail, if you just add a little bits like this, maybe don't always just go full out hardcore detail. Sometimes that can look even better than going full detail. Just little bits like that, just change it up. So here, what we could potentially have is a collapsed roof. So yeah, the roof's a bit collapsed on this side, so we could even add that there, and look like the roof's falling down. Or no. And then that doesn't collide with this too much, but it still looks nice. So under here, yes, the chiseled stone. For the doorway, however, we are going to need something that looks quite grand. It is the doorway. We are going to have a little shelter here. What we could potentially do is that. Add this here. Add a bit of cobble. Not that though. A bit of cobble wall. Just to simulate a small path. We're not going to do the path yet. But it just simulates a small path. Log. I like that a lot. If we have that log there, it works around here because it's window detail. Here, it looks a bit strange. So, potentially do that. I'm not sure. We could add a plant pot. We could get rid of this and add a plant pot. I think let's give this a go. It's not called plant, it's just called pots. Get all the health potions. Add a little plant pot here. I like that. I think that's good. I think it adds a bit of difference. You know, this could potentially be holding this up, you know, if we were thinking of like realism. So that could potentially be holding that up. This has got double supports. And that maybe, if we got rid of that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure. Plant pot, no plant pot. Fence, no fence. It's not too big a deal, to be honest, but I kind of like that. I like that. A bit strange, but I think it just about works. So we'll keep it for now. We'll keep it for now. Up here, I'm thinking we can have this. How does that look though down here? Don't look too bad. I was a bit worried that like, the grass texture would be a bit, you know, look a bit strange. He does look a bit strange, but it's not too bad. So we can just add these grass here, and we can put some flowers on these. I think that's going to look relatively nice. Maybe add that there. Let's have a look. Let's put it here. Maybe just a full block. I don't like the full block. The full block's a bit too, well, full for me. I think the stair gives it a nice thing. The problem that we have now is we are starting to over detail. This bottom floor's got a lot of detail. If we were going to keep that for the whole build, it might become crowded. So what I think we can do here is we can just add these little roofs to look out the window. I think the top floor we're going to keep relatively undetailed or just minimal detail. That's what I'm thinking. If we had that there, if we had this here, kind of looks like it joins. Add these slabs, I think, round like this. How does that look? I think we're getting a bit too much wood. We might have to get another block into the palette. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to bust the stone brick in. Let's see. If we had stone brick, I think that looks a lot nicer. If we had stone brick potentially for this instead. I don't like that. I prefer this here. But what if we use stone brick here instead? I think that looks nicer. I think that looks a lot nicer. I think it makes more sense. You've got your really fortified heavy bottom floor then. You've got your heavy bottom floor. It also makes it so this looks a bit nicer. You know, this bottom floor is really heavy. You don't want people just coming up to your building. It's medieval times, so you know they don't have like grenades. You know, they can't just grenade your window. So you can't just have someone coming in, breaking in. You know, because you've got all this wood, you've got all the stone. You know, you don't just have the planks that they've created. I think that looks a bit better. But I think we will keep this, however. Just for the simple reason of we've got that kind of theme up here, you know, with stone and then the wood behind it. So I think that does look nice. We need to raise this up like that so that it fits, and then maybe something like this. I think that fits. I think that fits in just about. I think it kind of makes it look like the roof, and I think that's why that kind of works. Because we got this little roof here, I think that's why that fits in. It just looks like a lower section of roof. I think that's good. Not a ton of detail there. speaking of detail, we'll just add this here, and I think we'll say that's good enough for that floor. And yeah, I think that's good enough for the second floor. We could potentially add more, you know, you can always add more detail. You can just add that. We've got to remember, we're going to have this flower here as well in the end. So, as I said earlier, we just need to make sure now, we've got a nice little build here, we've got a nice little tower. Let's make sure we don't over detail it and then make it look really horrible and disgusting. Like sometimes I look at like really detailed builds, I'm like, that took a long time to build, and it's really big and impressive. It's a bit over detailed, and I think that's what we're getting close to now. I think I'm tempted to say that's it. I'm tempted to say we're done with this. I think this looks nice. I think we need to add these though, however, all the way around. Like that. And then we also need to add the slabs on each side like this. But I think we're pretty much done. I think we just need to add the windows now. I really like this. I think you need this heavily fortified bottom floor so people can't just break in, you know. We might even have an iron door. Could be a bit too much. We might probably just gonna have a wooden door. As I said, we're gonna add leaves as well. We're gonna have some flowers around. Tiny little bits of final detail, I think, are the buttons. Let's grab 2 buttons. Let's see which ones look nicer. Oops. Okay. So for these logs, stone or wood? I think stone. I think let's keep the whole heavily fortified bottom floor. I think that's a good idea. And then on the upper floors, we can just add some random buttons, I think. So yeah, maybe a button here, here, and here. Here, there. One up here. Here. Not there. No, put one there. Put one there though. Okay, there. Stick one there. Okay, let's have a little stand back. Let's pretend we're walking around the path. Okay, so we're going to come up this hill. We're walking, we're going to... It's not got a name yet. Boom. Guard tower. You better go to a guard tower. Or you better not go to it if you've got any contraband, illegal goods on you. You better go the long way around. You've got to go up around this, climb up this mountain all the way around. Otherwise you're going to get nicked. And you're going to be in some trouble. So yeah, let's add some flowers. Get acacia saplings. I really like this sapling. For where are the flowers? Oh, here we go. I went right past them. I really like the jungle saplings. I think they look really, really nice when you put them in flower pots. So we'll put it in the flower pot actually. Yeah, boom. Nice little flower pot. Flowers, just vary them up a bit. Just like that. So I think I'm going to just quickly pause the video here, and then I'm going to add the windows in, add some leaves, and then we're going to finish the video off by adding the flag, which I have an idea for. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Hello, and we are back. We're back at the tower, and I've added the leaves, I've added the windows, I even added the door, because I forgot to do that. I did forget one little thing. Forgot to add buttons here. That was it. The only thing I forgot, which I'm actually really surprised, I usually forget a ton when I'm recording videos. I usually forget windows, doors, entire bits of the build. Didn't forget too much there. So in my inventory, just we don't want that. Get rid of the button. I've got 3 blue colours of wool, or just blue, grey, and white, should I say? And this is what we're going to make our flag out of. I do this on camera, just to show you guys how I like to do my flags. It's going to be quite a small one, so like that. That looks a bit strange. What if we add this white up here instead, and then a blue, or grey, then blue again, and then white down here. I like it. I think that's good. Makes it a bit different. Let's quickly add this to the top, like that as well. Yeah, I don't like that though. Get rid of it. There you go. That's nicer. Maybe behind it. I'm really terrible at building flags. I am so indecisive with what I do. I just don't think we have anything there, honestly. A slab? How did I place that? Jeez. There you go. That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that flag looks decent. What I was going to say is, with the flag, I want you guys to choose colours. Maybe... So you guys are going to choose the colours for the tower, and then whatever colour flag this has, if we do a Let's Build eventually up on this hill for a little village, it'll share the same colours as this. That town down there has white and black colours, so I don't really want it to be white and black, but any other colours are good. But that's it for the first building in this Let's Build. A nice little tower. I think it turned out really well. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to like it if you think it came out well, and drop me a comment saying, you know, what else could I add here? We've got a bit more room here, you know, we got this little bit over here. The path is going to be coming up here, it's going to cut off here, and it's going to cut off up there. So, you know, we've got some room left yet. Maybe some tents? Stables? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Always read your comments, and as long as Google Plus and YouTube ain't playing up, I will always reply to them. If not, I usually just like the comment to show that I've read it. But as always guys, I've been Don't Chew and Chewy. If you enjoyed this video, and you enjoyed this little build that we've done, and you want to see more Let's Builds in the future, make sure to hit that like button down below. As I said last episode, I'm really going to be looking at the likes, as this is a brand new series. And I'm going to do no more building now. I'm going to see what you guys say, and next episode we're going to go and build some stuff that you guys have suggested, which is going to be really awesome, really cool. As always, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.